Hello YouTube, this is Shirley426, and today we have the review of the old 1/100 scale HG Gundam Virsago from Gundam X. Yes, that's what I said, this is from actually Gundam X. I was really disappointed when I first posted a picture of the box of this kit on Facebook because all the comments I've been getting were really, how should I say, sad comments, saying that, what is this? This is like a bootleg of an Epion, or what is this? Like a copy of Epion and maybe Gundam Ultron mixed together? And I was like, yeah, I was actually really disappointed by those comments. And I'm assuming that this is why we're not getting more Gundam X stuff in HG or MG. Well, that's just me, but let's get on to the review. Now, first of all, as I just mentioned, this is a very old kit. It's an HG, but in 1/100 scale. That means it's like one of those 1/100 scale HG old wing kits. So the quality is somewhat like that. And this kit is not the best kit out there. There's a lot of issues here and there, which I will mention as best as I can. Alright, let's get on to the review. First of all, what you get, of course, is the Gundam Virsago itself. Now, there's only the Gundam Virsago. The chest break version does not exist in 1/100, but it does exist in 1/144 scale. And that's that. And let's see what else you get. You get a sticker sheet, which I did not actually use except for two. One is for the eyes, one is for its cannon, its hidden cannon inside its body. I guess that's the best way I can say. We got a lot of gold stickers, which yeah, some of them don't really make sense. And we get some leftover polycaps, nothing new on there. We get its beam saber, a very long. Now the beam saber for the Gundam X series, they're always like the really large and long ones. So yeah, you only get one handle, one effect, because that's actually what the Virsago actually carries. And you get the strike shooter, one of the most interesting or unique looking weapons out there. Yeah. All right, let's get on to the review. Now, once again, as I mentioned, despite being a 1/100 HG scale kit, this is a very old, so there's a lot of issues here and there, and very empty inside because it's a old kit. Okay, now let's start with the head. Now, one thing that which I really don't understand is that, okay, the head looks pretty good. I do like that, but you see this V-fin. Now, all these yellow parts, they come in gold color, like the not chrome, but still the sparkling gold style. The V-fin comes entirely gold, which is why one of the stickers, there's a black sticker for this black section that you have to put a black sticker on top of it. I did not do that. I just used a black Gundam marker on here to make it look as natural as possible, and I think it did the job. The eyes are obviously a sticker, and no head, back or front camera for this kit actually, so yeah. Okay, let's go on with the articulation. It can go down that much, up that much, and then 360. I guess it's possible if you want to do so, which I'm not sure if you really want to do that, but okay. Once again, I'm actually holding this kit because I was actually pretty nervous because this kit is not the best balanced kit at all. Okay, we saw that. Let's look at the arms. Now, the arms, there's no shoulder movement. They're just, there's a peg coming out from the body and you just attach the shoulder. That's it. So there's no forward and backward movement as well. And also, I just want to get this out of the way. Wait a second, what's going on here? Okay, there's this piece right over here. This is for the beam saber. You can take off the effect part and attach the beam saber here, which works fine. Problem is, this red piece doesn't like to stay on it, so it's really shaky on it. So I'm gonna take it off. Okay, so for the, since we're on the back, I'll mention the back as well. The backpack, very basic or simple looking one, except for the wings. Now, this thruster itself does not move at all, but the wings can move like this, about 90 degrees angle. And then another interesting part is this: you can lift up the wings if you want to do so, but of course there's a limit, since with one you can go about 90 degrees or a little bit more, but you won't be doing that too often. And then you can also open the wings. However, the wings on one side, this actually opens pretty well. This one does not like to open that well. I have to like force it, so that's that. So I'm gonna fold those back in, and also once again very wobbly. Okay, now for the arms really limits articulation. Unless you like fiddle around with it, it won't move that much. So the arms, that's as far as you go, less than 90 degrees. Of course, you can fiddle around and then like jam it, wiggle it around, and then you can go not exactly 90 degrees, but still go as much, almost 90 degrees. And then you have the claws, which actually works as a close combat weapon, and you can see there's another beam shooter on it. And okay, these also come in this kind of gold color, but they tell you to put a sticker on top of it because like extra details, I believe, which I did not actually do. I'm not a big fan of doing such things. Unless I'm being confused with something else. Actually, yeah, I might be no, you don't actually put a sticker here, but yeah, you might need to, if you want to add some detail, you're gonna have to work around with that. So the arm itself, since it's on a peg, you can go 360 if you want to do so, and then you can extend the arm like this. Now once you're extended, you can move a little bit here. You can twist 360 if you want to do so on here, and then on here as well. You can't do on the middle here. You can twist it here, or you can twist the arm itself, but only you line the polycap because it will move like this weird way, the way how you move it. And I'm going to leave this arm right over here because I want to explain you guys something else. Okay, now we saw the body. There's not much. You can go a little bit side to side, but that's as far as you go. I mean, you do not want to force to move more than that because there's a reason for that. Those who know the Gundam Virsago might know what I mean. The front skirts, they come in separate pieces, and those gold parts, you have to color them yourself. I believe so because they do give you stickers, but they don't really look that good, hence I just colored them myself. Another part where I colored is this red part, which did not work too well for me. You have to use these red. It requires a little bit darker red. This is the best red I could do with the limited stuff I have. And another good thing about this kit, at least, is that behind these clear orange pieces, there's actually one of these gold pieces inside. So it gives out a nice shine effect, I guess. So that's that. And then the front skirt can move about that much, side skirt not too much. The leg is on a ball joint, the old classic ball joints. It can go about 90 degrees, bend 90 degrees. And surprisingly, it has a side swivel, sort of a side swivel. Actually, no, it's not a side swivel. My bad. It's not a side swivel. This is just a cover-up piece, so which makes it look like it has a side swivel. Yeah, so yeah, don't try to force it. And the feet are your typical ball jointed feet, and the legs, despite its size, it's totally empty inside, so it's going to be like shaky as, really shaky. So you might have trouble, because of the lightweight legs, you're going to have trouble like making this kit actually stand on its own, which is not possible, but it's going to be tricky. Okay, now let's look at the strike shooter. The hands are very old. They're they're kind of small, so you have to jam it in there, and then if you're lucky enough, you can make it look like it's holding it, but it doesn't really work that well for me, at least for mine. And you can actually separate these and put it on each hand if you want to do so, which I'm not going to demonstrate because those hands are terrible. And these parts come in entirely gray, so you have to, those are the gold stickers that you have to use again. I colored them in gold with my own Gundam marker, so that's really up to you. And then it does actually hold the beam saber a little bit better than the strike shooter, but once again, it's not the best grip ever. So you can make it hold it, and then plug it in, and there you go. It is holding it, but yeah, I mean, due to the limited articulation on the arms, there's not much you can do with it. Okay, the last part I want to show you guys is, it's hidden cannon inside the chest. This is actually one gimmick that I was pretty impressed on, like how they did it. So all you need to do is just pull this out, and it reveals its cannon, and it really gives out that mouse effect. And that shiny sticker is the other sticker I've used on the kit so far, other than the eye. So that's that. Yeah. Problem is, this looks pretty good, and the gimmick works pretty well. However, the problem is the arms don't actually reach the ground because those claws, besides from attacking, it's also supposed to be used for grabbing onto the ground, so when it fires the cannon, it doesn't actually go back. It doesn't get pushed back. Problem is, It does not reach. It barely reaches the ground, or sort of. I mean, depending on how you do it, but it does not actually reach the ground unless you like tilt the kit itself. So that's another part that they need to work on as well. And someone was asking me how big this thing is. Well, that's why I actually did prepare a size comparison kit if I can actually make this stand properly. I'm actually very nervous because look at that, how it stands. Here's a typical master grade kit, the Gym Type C Space Type. And then if you make it stand properly, it's about the same. Oh, come on. It's about the same height, I guess. But keep in mind, this is an old kit, so their proportions won't be actually correct. So if we actually get a Reborns 100 or master grade of this would be pretty big if you ask me. So that's that, and here is next to a typical HG kit, which obviously is small. So that's that. Okay, let me get this out of the way, and so that's pretty much what I can actually show you guys. I mean, there's this kit. As much I love the concept and design, I'm not gonna recommend this to everybody. Unless you're like a really expert or experienced with customizing or modifying kits, like adding more articulation, adding more detail, fixing the issues that the kits have. One major issue is the legs, if you ask me, because they're too light. There's nothing inside, so I suggest, I don't know, maybe you could like fill this in with like maybe clay and rock, so it gets more like weight on it. But beyond that, the arms need to be fixed as well, because once you actually fold these arms in, there's nothing actually holding them on. So the more you shake it, they will come down eventually. So that's one thing. I wish they would have like some sort of locking mechanism here, or like maybe there could be like pegs and holes right over here, so you can like, just plug them in so they don't actually fall down. As you can see, it's trying to fall down. So that's another issue that you're going to have. So once again, unless you're like a really super fan, or you can't just live the world without a 1-to-1 scale Gundam Virsago kit, this is your best choice. But once again, it's the only choice you have. I mean, there is the 1-to-1 44 scale, but who knows how the quality is going to be with that one. Anyway, that's pretty much it. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. I still have more kits to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.